Welcome to the Best Celebrity channel. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content from us. Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Celeb Fame Time. Here are celebrities drugged out of their minds on stage. Number 1, Green Day in Las Vegas 2012, Booze and Prescription Pills. Green Day were playing the annual iHeartRadio show in Las Vegas last September when a sign came up telling Billy Joe Armstrong that they had 1 minute left. He was blackout drunk at this point and high on prescription pills, and he absolutely lost his mind. He said some very explicit things and then proceeded to smash his guitar in a blind rage and stormed off the stage with his band. He was shipped off the rehab after that, leaving behind a lot of postponed concerts and unsold copies of the Green Day albums. Armstrong declined to say what exact pills he was taking, but this past March he was telling Rolling Stone that his backpack sounded like a giant baby rattle because there were so many pills inside. He can't remember much of the Las Vegas set and said, "The next morning I woke up, I asked my wife Adrienne, how bad was it? She said, it's bad. I called my manager. He said, you're getting on a plane, going back to Oakland and going into rehab immediately. I said, all right." Number 2, Neil Young at the Last Waltz 1976, Cocaine. It's hard to blame Neil Young for wanting a little pick-me-up on the last day of the Last Waltz. 2 days before the band's farewell concert, he played 2 long Boston shows with Crazy Horse in a single night. He then flew cross-country and gave up his Thanksgiving in order to give his friends a proper farewell. There was a huge party backstage, and when it came time for Young to take the stage and play Helpless, he had done more than a little cocaine. He performed with a good-sized rock of cocaine stuck in his nostril. The band drummer Levon Helm wrote in his memoir, The Wheels on Fire. Neil's manager saw this and said no way Neil gonna be in a film like this. They had to go to special effects people who developed what they called a traveling booger mat that sanitized Neil's nostril and put Helpless into the movie. They couldn't edit out that coked up look on his face, but he was in a good enough mind to start the song over after a few seconds when the rest of the group didn't quite join in on time. He chuckles and says, "They got it now, Robbie." Neil was no stranger to playing on coke, and he delivered a spellbinding rendition of the Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young classic. Number 3, Blind Melon at Woodstock 1994, LSD. Blind Melon took the stage pretty early on the second day of Woodstock 94. But by that point, frontman Shannon Hood had already put on his girlfriend's white dress and reportedly ingested some LSD. He looks pretty gone during the performance of No Rain, but the backstage interview leaves little doubt. It was the band's first major performance in quite some time, and a little over a year later, Hoon died of a heart attack brought on by a cocaine overdose. Number 4, Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash at Cardiff 1966, God Knows What. Bob Dylan fans have spent the last 40 years debating which drugs he took on his infamous 1966 European tour with the Hawks. Some are convinced it was heroin, while others say it was merely a hearty dose of amphetamines mixed with booze and very little sleep. Dylan is reluctant to admit he was on anything though. In 1969, he did discuss the matter with Rolling Stone. "I was on the road for almost 5 years," he said. "It wore me down. I was on drugs, a lot of things just to keep going, you know? And I don't want to live that way anymore." Filmmaker D.A. Penbaker shot Dylan on the 1966 tour, and in many of the scenes it's quite clear he's on something. When the tour hit Cardiff, Wales on May 11, 1966, he met up with Johnny Cash backstage. The country legend was at the height of his well-documented pill addiction. He was swallowing Dexedrine and Equinol like candy, and it nearly killed him. Penbaker shot Dylan and Cash playing some Hank Williams classics, and it seems like both of them are on the verge of collapse. Number 5, Keith Moon at the Cow Palace 1973, Horse Tranquilizers and Brandy. Not long before The Who took the stage at San Francisco's Cow Palace on their 1973 Quadrophenia tour, Keith Moon took a handful of horse tranquilizers and followed that with some brandy. Accounts vary widely over how much he took, and some say they were human tranquilizers. Whatever he actually took, the drummer slowed down during Won't Get Fooled Again and eventually passed out at the kit. "We're just gonna revive our drummer by punching him in the stomach," Pete Townsend told the crowd. "He's out cold, I think he's gone and eaten something he shouldn't have eaten. It's your foreign food. The horrible truth is that without him, we aren't a group." The crew either threw Moon into a cold shower or injected him with cortisone. Accounts vary, and they brought him back about 30 minutes later to play Magic Bus. It didn't last long, and soon enough, Moon was being dragged off again by the roadies. The band did See Me Feel Me without a drummer, but then Townsend decided to offer a fan the chance of a lifetime. "Can anyone play the drums?" Townsend asked the crowd. "We need somebody good." 19-year-old Who fan Scott Halpin took them up on the offer and joined the band for Smokestack Lightning, Spoonful, and the finale of Naked Eye. Sadly, Halpin died in 2008. Keith Moon, of course, died 30 years before that.
I'm serious now. Let's forget all the... He's not putting it on. He's clapping.
Number 6, Van Halen 1983 US Festival. Booze and Coke. Van Halen had been off the road for 3 months when the 1983 US Festival rolled around, but when Apple Computer's co-founder, Steve Wozniak, gave them $1.5 million to headline Heavy Metal Day, they couldn't exactly turn him down. That's not to say they arrived in great shape. David Lee Roth was nice and cordial when I met him. Wozniak wrote in his memoir, I Was, Computer Geek to Cult Icon. But he was practically falling down on stage. He was so drunk, slurring and forgetting lyrics and everything. A video of the complete performance on YouTube confirms Wozniak's account. Roth is a complete mess. I interviewed David Lee Roth at the US Festival in 1983. Original MTV VJ Mark Goodman says in the new oral history, I Want My MTV. He was drunk and coked up, laughing at every joke he made. But this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.